Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rocha Kodash, Ma'abath. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder apostle, Herawan Ban Yasharallah of the Lion's Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Ban Yasharallah, coming out of the Lion's Den camp of Yasharallah here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today I'll be coming out with a lesson. I don't have much of a title for it. Somewhat of an impromptu. Well, it is an impromptu. But it's about the recent government shutdown. And I was looking at an article, and it says the government shutdown is being weaponized because, as you know, the Democrats and Republicans, the conservatives and the liberals, or whatever you want to call it, they're going against each other. Tug of war, tit for tat, passing licks, as the old school terminology goes. They're just going against each other. They're not reaching an agreement. And in that, it has caused, again, furloughs, and it's caused problems in other spots, or should I say other places, among the government, such as the military. They don't get paid, but they still have to come to their posts. And that's the Lord taking the wisdom from this devil. Well, taking the wisdom from this devil. This is why they can't reach an agreement. Once upon a time, when you would have a government shutdown, it would be, because they just literally couldn't come to an agreement, and the government shut down until they was able to come to an agreement. But now, the government shutdown is happening because it's more of a well, you won't do what I want you to do, so I'm not gonna do what you want me to do. It's really just childish. But this is the Lord destroying the wisdom out of Edom before our very eyes. And it's also showing this right here. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. It says, And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So we're watching the Lord bring the house of Adawam to desolation. They're divided. They can't reach an agreement. These devils can't get right. They footing is off. They slippery, they sliding. The Lord done put them in slippery places. And they're gonna keep slipping and sliding. As a matter of fact, they're gonna keep slipping and sliding until they fall to perdition. So we see the division of a wicked, sinful kingdom, and it's the Lord's doing, because He is causing this. Let's go to real quick, then I'm gonna come back. Let's see. Select it. Lucky, where we at? Where we going? Okay, we're almost there. This is Psalm 73 and 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. Verse 19. How are they brought into desolation in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. So surely the Lord has set this devil in slippery places. He's slipping and sliding. This devil can't get his footing. He doesn't have that strength anymore to stand strong. The Lord has cast this devil down into desolation, into destruction. So this is why we're seeing these things happen. This is why this devil's house is divided. And the Lord says back at Matthew 12 and 25, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So we see that. This is what's going on right now. This is why these devils can't reach an agreement. They can't get right, because they're divided. The Lord has divided the house of Adawam. put them in slippery places. So now they're slipping and sliding. This devil can't get his footing. And he's going to slip, slide, and glide right on into perdition. Because that is what the Lord his intentions and his will is for this devil, for the wicked man. Verse 26, it says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then his kingdom stand? So like, how shall then his kingdom stand? So if Satan cast out Satan, these devils blaming each other and infighting amongst each other, calling each other out for their wickedness. Guess what? If Satan cast out Satan and is divided against himself, how then can this devil's kingdom stand? If they're divided, it is not going to stand. It's going to fall. And this was Yahweh Shai himself speaking, by the way, to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, because they was really on some side eyeing him, talking about he was doing miracles, what it is, by Beelzebub, by a wicked, false, fake deity. And that's why Yahweh Shai answered them and said what he says. And if Beelzebub, he said, if I Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do ye your children? This is where he cut them at. He says, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, they shall be your judges. So, Yahweh Shai, he was real quick with it. They was trying them. But what he answered them was like, how can a kingdom divided against itself stand? It won't stand. It's going to come to desolation. It's going to fall. And we see that. And again, another government shutdown. These government shutdowns have been happening very frequently ever since Trump got in office. Very frequently. Once upon a time, a government shutdown was really almost unheard of. It happened, but they quickly reached an agreement and everything was back to normal. This time it's different. It ain't the same no more. This devil is for real, all the way divided. And we're going to watch this devil's kingdom crumble and fall before our very eyes. And with that, Shalom.